coming at you live from DNHQ in beautiful South Pasadena, California. Is it beautiful? I forgot where I'm at right now. Yeah. I don't know. We're not supposed to be here, but we're here, and we got beer. And this is the Blue Heaven Podcast. It's I don't know why I do this with my hands a lot of late. I've been noticing that. This is great on the podcast side if I upload this as a podcast. What's going on, Dodger Nation? My name is Clint. You can find me as RealFRG on Twitter and Instagram.
I don't have my notes, so I don't know who I am. My name is Brooke. You can find me at BrookeMe3 on Twitter and Instagram. On today's show, we are talking one thing and one thing only, and that is the wild card game that we have been dreading. But we're here. We have beer. And,
don't say it.
That's it.
Get used to it.
That's his fault. This is all I have.
Guys, before we get into the show, we got to remind you, usually this is a podcast. Again, I don't know if I'm going to upload this. I don't know if I have time. We have a softball game in a couple of hours, so it's going to be a weird overlap. Hopefully it's a really, really tight, concise game. You know, one of them games Rob Manfred wants.
Oh, yeah.
Like hour and a half game. But we are playing at 6:45. I'm bringing a TV to the baseball field, the softball field. It's going to be a good time. We're going to have a good time. But we're on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Play, all those spots. Where podcasts live for free. That is where we live. We're also on YouTube, youtube.com/DodgersNationTV. Subscribe there. Hit that notification bell. You'll be glad you did. And while you're at it, download the app. Stay up to date on all things Dodger baseball as we hopefully continue on through this long, deep October.
Don't forget, guys, this is a live show. We are here doing pregame. You're probably at work.
You do remember the lyrics.
Don't let your boss catch us. And if you do, we are one of those tutorials that teach you how to be better at your job.
This is a webinar.
Yeah. But we're going to drop into the comments. And make sure you do, too. Let us know where you're at. We want to talk to you guys. Let us know how you're feeling. I think everybody feels pretty nervous and sick, and that's good. Hermes over on YouTube says, "What's up, Dodgers Nation?" Some name that I can't say says LFG, go blue. That's good. I like that a lot. Ross said he's first, but Ross is not first. I think I saw Hannah in here first. Hannah said hi. So hi from
guys.
Hannah.
You're both first.
Yeah, everybody's first in my heart. Marcus Luna over on YouTube says, "Sup, fellas?" A lot of go blue. Anthony Keene says, "Yo, happy Wild Card Wednesday."
Oh, that's
I hadn't even heard the Wild Card Wednesday yet. That's cool.
Wiki Wild Wednesday. Jen is on the stream on YouTube saying we needed this live podcast. We appreciate that because
we feel pretty useless most days.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I still feel useless.
Yeah, we're very proud of you for that one, dear. George is tuned in on YouTube. Dad and I tuned in live for the first time. We thank you for hanging out with us, George, and Mr. George's dad. Appreciate you, Evie. Let's go Dodgers. Dodger family, let's go Dodger Blue from JL Ruiz 76 on the YouTube. Love you from North Carolina, Margaret. We love you too, Margaret. We love you too.
Much love. Leslie over on Facebook says, "I'm so nervous." Leslie, hope you're not at work, but if you are, thank you. I'm very nervous.
You're nervous?
I'm always nervous. I was born a nervous wreck.
Do you have
I keep it, under wraps.
Do you have a nervous tick? What is your thing? Well, how do we're drinking at 3:30. I mean,
we don't have real jobs. It's fine.
Yeah. Soul Bro 1 repping from Portland, the 503. Thanks for hanging out with us. Hey, did you watch any of that AL wildcard game?
The Yankees lose. That was one of those games where you were hoping for a meteor.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't want the Yankees or the Red Sox to ever win, so that was tough.
I'm more okay with the Yanks because at least they got Doogie and Kiki.
The Yankees have Doogie and Kiki?
Yeah. I mean the other one, the Sox.
Yeah,
the winner.
That was my only motivation. Was I don't want Kike to win ever, but Doogie, I would love Doogie to win. He shined. He hit,
and the rest.
Nicholas
Ramos says no softball game. No, we're definitely playing that softball game.
Softball game, Nicholas.
We can play up to 3 games tonight. And as you can see, I am built to win and to play that many games while sitting on the bench watching TV.
Durable.
I sent the Mrs. FRG to go get some ice for the cooler for the gang, and it's all going to be filled with Capri Sun and cola. I promise. All right, guys, let's get into the show a little bit. Your Dodgers are playing the St. Louis Cardinals. We just talked about the series a couple days ago, but you got the Dodgers winning 106 games, and they're the wild card because they probably got to change some things in there. Even though Max Scherzer says they don't need to change anything with the playoff system, I think it's worth investigating. I think more of a seeded system based on wins and losses is smarter, and maybe, just maybe, you might even cut out some more of the the crappy teams, the teams that punt a season and tank and all that. Maybe if they think they can get in as the 8th seed. But if you look up in your division, you're in a division that has the Dodgers. I could understand a team like Colorado not wanting to try.
Claire over on YouTube says Scherzer gets a hit tonight, confirmed. That's what we were just talking about. I was like, you know what? Didn't have one all season. I think he comes up with a big hit tonight. I really do feel it in my bones, in my nuggets, that Scherzer gets a hit tonight.
You have bones still?
Bones and nuggets. Yeah. Not in the same place. You don't want
boneless
bones in your
nuggets.
Yeah.
Cardinals went 90-72. I think I didn't actually look. I just kind of pulled that one off the top of my head.
It's good enough.
So, yeah, you're feeling nervous. I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling confident for one reason and one reason alone. I'm drinking. No, how can you not feel confident about this team? You got Max Scherzer on the bump, who, yeah, he had 2 rough starts. It happens. I'm calling that the Coors Field effect, and it's going to be that simple. He is trying to pitch through the awfulness of that Mile High Stadium, or that stadium on Mile High, and then he comes back and he doesn't have a feel for his pitches. It's that simple. He talked to media yesterday. He said he feels good. He's thrown twice because he was also getting ready, potentially start that game 163. So he's thrown a couple of times since, hopefully enough to kind of really get that feeling. But there's, I guess, not one reason. There's 3 reasons, 3.5 reasons to feel really confident about this game. You got Max Scherzer on the bump. You got Corey Seager in the lineup. You got Trey Turner in the lineup. And that 0.5 is Matt Beaty is your starting first baseman. We won.
Vindication.
We win.
Vindication.
And I want so badly to him to just drop like a 5 for 4.
Oh, my God. I need Matt to go off so bad. I need it more than I needed oxygen today. Absolutely, I do. I need Matt to freaking rake against Adam Wainwright.
Look, kudos to Dave for making the right call in the lineup.
Waino gets pulled in like the 3rd. And immediately Matt Beaty gets pinch hit for immediately. I can almost guarantee that
you could taste it, because one of the problems is the roster. I guess we'll get more into the lineup a little bit later, and that gives us an opportunity to, gloat, be happy, be proud of Matt, because we've been the Beaty truthers all season long.
Do you feel good about us getting tagged in comments all day long about us doing it?
Yeah,
we made Matt Beaty happen.
We appreciate you guys. It makes us feel warm and cuddly, knowing that you guys are actually listening to us and for some reason putting up with this show for however many moons that it's been on. But roster breakdown, Dave ruffled some feathers, we'll say. Dave and little Andy F ruffled some feathers with this lineup. With the roster. I'm not overly mad at it. I'm going to put it awkwardly on the screen now. We're still here. There's Brooks' face, but I'm surprised Austin Barnes made you see.
That's good, yeah.
All the guys you would expect are going to be there, or we're going to be there, are on there. The who's in, you got Luke Raley. That one, you probably figured. The Billy McKinney, you probably figured, because Dave started talking about him a couple days ago. I put out an article on thedodgersnation.com. Check it out. Subscribe. Billy McKinney had been on a rehab assignment. He had started playing his last couple of games, or the last couple of games of the season with Oklahoma City. He played 4 or 5 games or something like that. I think he went 4 for 15, whatever. So it started making sense to maybe you're going to see him. Souza, definitely out of nowhere, because he was an off-roster guy. I don't even know who they moved.
They went with 10 pitchers, so...
No, but if he was off the 40-man, who...
I thought they already brought him back on.
Yeah.
They just never made an announcement.
They must have 60-manned Kershaw or something like that, or 60-day.
Yeah.
And Zach McKinstry, back from the dead. Hopefully mullet intact, because mullet game plays strong in the postseason. At least we're about to hope tonight. The surprises, I guess you can say, but not really. Who's out? Matt Beaty. Not Beaty. Sorry, David Price, as predicted here on the Blue Haven show. Max Muncy, of course, is out with an injury, and Walker Buehler, who starts Friday, is off the roster. Did I say Walker Buehler? I did say that one.
Did say Walker Buehler.
Okay, I don't know. I'm all over the place. But, there's no reason to have Buehler on the roster. I think the biggest thing that scared people, and I would say the only thing that scares me, is having these extra names, these extra bodies for Dave, gives him more optionality to do something dumb.
If Luke Raley gets into this ball game,
we already lost.
We're in a bad spot.
Yeah.
The only way that I see him getting into this ball game, obviously barring injury or something like that, is an extra innings marathon game. And that, it's not entirely out of the question. Obviously, things like that happen all the time. But if you see Luke Raley in this game, you should start to drink. Unless you're at the stadium, by which point, hopefully, the beers will have been closed by then.
Dan says, "God help us all."
God help us.
If we're already drinking, does that mean
He's
Rayleigh
he's already in.
confirmed? Oh no! Oh no! We're gonna get a late scratch or something like that. But I don't know. Were you overly mad? Were you upset? Or are you intelligent enough to realize, like, yeah, there's no reason to have these other guys on the roster if you're not going to use them?
I am not intelligent.
Oh, well, my bad.
I'm reasonable enough to know that there's reasons why guys aren't on the roster. You're not going to put Walker Buehler on the roster just through on Sunday. We'll start NLDS Game 1 if it comes to that. I did like them putting not only Julio on the roster, but also adding Tony Gonsolin into the roster. Mm-hmm. Gives you length if you get to one of those situations where you do need to go deep into a game. Gonsolin is one of those guys that should not appear unless this game goes into extra innings.
Yes.
So I like having that backup plan. I like having that fallback, that safety net. It's good planning out by them. It is weird to see guys like Zach McKinstry on the roster. It was a little bit of a surprise, but also at the same time, you're like, well, they're carrying 10 pitchers. They're not carrying 13 pitchers or anything like that. So they're going to have extra space on the bench, and why not? Fill it up, get it going, get some bats in there, make sure that you don't have to, use Julio as a pinch hitter at some point in the game.
Our boy Kevin, former co-host of this fine show here, says, honest take, if they advance, I'd rather use Urias on regular rest in Game 1 and over Buehler, have him on regular rest in Game 2. Yada yada 6 and 4. I don't know, I just read it because I saw his name. I guess that's a take.
You say hi to Kevin.
Hi Kevin.
Hi Kevin.
I want to get through this damn game first, and I feel confident about it. Cardinals side, the big names. I didn't really break down the roster. I don't know who's usually on the roster. I don't need to care about the Cardinals. Not in my division. I just know the Cardinals went on a hot streak, and then they ended their season on a semi-cold streak. Of course, everybody in the world knows they had a 8. I guess not everybody in the world. They had a 17-game win streak. They ended the season going 2-3 in their last 5 games. Norman Avocado's in the lineup, as you would expect.
I would.
Paul Goldschmidt, Big Booty Tyler O'Neill, and if you haven't looked at that dude's got some freaking ass.
Have you seen his forearms?
Yeah. He does not miss I guess forearm day and leg and ass day.
If he punched you with his forearm, you'd probably die.
He does deadlifts and then does like the wrist curls. The little wrist curls. Yeah. He's a thick boy. But Yachty also in the lineup, as you would expect. A lot of these guys, all that good off Max Scherzer.
You got Nolan. You put Avocado in there. So
that's really Norman Avocado.
Yeah, Norman Avocado in there. 2 for 10 lifetime off Scherzer. Paul Goldschmidt 5 for 32. Tyler O'Neill went 0 for 3 in the one game against him this year. Struck out twice. Yachty went 1 for 17. That's a combined 129 lifetime average against Scherzer from your arguably four biggest bats, right? Mm-hmm. Arguably their 4 biggest bats. Yachty, I don't know, man. Yachty just has that like postseason flair about him.
He does have postseason
that does make
flair.
me a little nervous. I don't think that Nolan Arenado has that postseason flair, which is a good thing because he's only played with the Rockies.
Yeah, you kind of got to play.
Paul Goldschmidt, another guy who probably doesn't quite have it because he's only played with the Diamondbacks. It's like an NL West reunion up in here. I like it.
It'd be like that.
I like how Nolan Arenado was like, I've played the Dodgers a lot in big games, and he's like, and I've lost to the Dodgers a lot in big games, and it's like, good.
Hey, our friend Phil is in the stream. Philip Fontaine, I'm assuming. Actually, I've never really learned how to properly say his last name. It's either Fountain or Fontaine. It looks like it says Fountain, but he asked everybody else to do a shot every time the hosts do. I am so wasted. Who are we playing? Remember, he's the guy who did some beautiful art of us, and he thinks we are raging alcoholics. We have 1 beer. That's how good we are. We nailed that one.
I like how they all said free beer on them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's important. Yeah,
that's a guy, a friend of the show. We appreciate the little details that only somebody who watches the show for years and years would pay attention to. But you got to feel good again about Max Scherzer on the bump, even through a stretch where he served up 10 runs in 10 1/3 innings. It's not.
He's still Max Scherzer.
He's
still Max Scherzer. So I'm excited about that. I think that he deals tonight, honestly. Very excited about that opportunity. I mean, who else? You could have Walker Buehler in there, and you'd feel good about it probably, right? But I mean, aside from that, you weren't going to go like Julio game or wild card game, 1-game matchup or anything like that.
Because you need him ready for whatever is needed.
Notably, Scherzer is very good against right-handed hitters, and the Cardinals have a lot of right-handed hitters in the lineup today.
There are 6 right-handed hitters and 2 switch hitters in their lineup. They only have 2 full-blown left-handed arms off of the bench available, or left-handed swinging arms, bats, people.
Swing arms.
swing arms left off or available off the bench, which is why you see on the on the roster. David Price is off the roster. Dave explained why. Same with Justin Brule, who arguably deserves a roster spot and should be on the NLDS roster.
Will be
if we make it. Yeah, there's no left-handers for these guys to get out, and Brule is a big-time splits guy. 150. Left-handed hitters hit 150 against him. Right-handed hitters hit like 290 some odd. So not ideal.
Are you one of those guys that looks at like the previous wild card game and like reads into that? Because I look at it and I'm like, oh, Garrett Cole got rocked. Oh no.
Oh no.
So it should either be a very similar storyline or the exact opposite storyline. Did he get
rocked though? Didn't he give? I guess
he was just
3
bad.
runs in 2
He
minutes.
was just so bad. Like couldn't hit his spots. His slider. I mean, look, I'm not a big league hitter. I'm not a big league coach. I'm not a big league anything. I'm a big league drinker probably. I drink probably more than most big leaguers.
Hall of Fame drinker.
Except Wade Boggs. You could see his slider coming out of his hand every time yesterday. And that sequence of Xander Bogaerts yesterday, by the way, everybody in the world knew it. The broadcast knew it. Everybody was like fastball up. And then boom, gone easily. I was like, well, I'm not a big league hitter, but I saw that coming.
I saw somebody talking about like he doesn't deserve a personal catcher anymore. And I'm like, hell yeah.
Oh, there's a real argument there. And I would also personally argue that for one Clayton Edward Kershaw, but I won't do that right now because out of respect.
A couple of good news points. Clayton Kershaw, not dead. No ligament damage. They say.
I don't know how. I don't know what's going to happen in the coming weeks. I feel like I'm going to stay on edge about that for a while.
I think he said no UCL, like no ligament damage, but there could still be like some forearm stuff. We'll find out more as the postseason goes along. I'm sure Kershaw, being a good, honest adult Christian male, does not want to cause a distraction for his team.
Right.
You know, because now would be a poor time and in poor taste to cause a distraction to your team. Max Muncy really dodged a bullet, did not tear his UCL. That would have been the first thing I would have assumed, looking at the reaction, looking at all that. But no, it was a dislocated elbow, and he popped it back in smartly by rolling on top of it, which I do not think is medically approved.
Sounds very painful.
I did not read that one on CDC. I'm just saying.
Claire on YouTube says, how many innings do we think Max goes tonight? How many innings do you think Max goes tonight? I think Dave rides him long and hard.
Oh,
sensual Dave.
Sensual Dave. You know what? I'm gonna go bold. I'm gonna say Max comes out and straight dominates. I'm going to a solid. I'm going to 7 inning.
You're going 7?
I'm going 7 for Max. He could probably go more, but they don't want to overexert him.
Exactly. I think he's going 7, and I think that Dave's going to think there's no reason to push him 8 because he got 2 really good arms behind him to close it out, and hopefully the offense comes through and makes it so you don't have to really worry about it too much, and you can throw a guy out there like, I don't know, Phil Bickford or something.
Oh, the boy Bick.
If Phil Bickford enters this game, we're in a good spot, by the way.
Yes.
And that's not any disrespect to Phil Bickford, by the way. That's just meaning that you didn't have to use Kenley or Trinan or
Kelly or
Joe Kelly or Knable or any of the bigger names that you would expect to take on larger roles.
You know, it kind of snuck up on me. Like all of the closers we have in this bullpen
that are good.
That are good.
Very good.
I mean, I would not want probably one of them as my sole closer, but they have all of those, like that amalgamation of super closer, like I don't know, Captain Closer. He's a hero.
I'm thinking beyond this season. So this is bad for a wild card show. Alex Vesia, dude, is going to be a dude for a long time, by the way. I'm just saying, he's going to be a dude for a long time. He's still a child. We got a lot of control over that guy, and I'm very excited to have him around.
His mustache looks like Super Mario. Ben Dover on YouTube says 9 hitless innings for the Max Scherzer. 6 or 7 innings from Jack Ramirez on Facebook. 7 1/3 from Josh Padilla. Anthony Keene coming in hot. I was going to say 8 innings, but I was like, people are going to think I'm being real homery here. But, I mean, usually when I have the confidence, I don't often swing and miss hard on the confidence. Tonight's going to be very different.
How excited are you? Well, here's the thing. Usually in this kind of game, at a 5 whatever game, we'd hear a lot about shadows at Dodger Stadium. And that's going to be the number one thing we'd hear a lot. However, kind of an overcast day in LA right now. And I'm hoping that doesn't super play into it, because whenever that happens, it just seems to be a nonstop theme from the broadcast crew. Like, you look at the shadows, creep. Look over the shadows. The shadows. You see the shadows?
At least we don't have A-Rod. Thank God.
Yeah, A-Rod.
Because he just basically, he gets like his notepad of all of the things he's going to talk about. It's a shadows,
Did you switch over to the StatCast broadcast?
I did not. I didn't watch it. Yeah.
I did. Yeah. Absolutely cannot stand anything A-Rod says. He is a terrible human.
It's terrible all the way around. I don't know how that guy who was a disgrace to baseball got a job calling baseball games. Like,
they're like, you know who we want to call games for us? Big league games, very important playoff games. The guy who was
a guy with a cigar,
a black eye on the game of baseball. Let's put him out there
in a big ass office. I know the people want to see.
Couldn't even keep J-Lo.
They want to see Alex Rodriguez on the broadcast.
Couldn't even keep J-Lo, guys. Why would we trust him?
Scott Novak in the stream says 6 2/3 for your boy Max Scherzer. Max Scherzer's gonna go 7 according to Leslie. 7 innings. We got a lot of people agreeing with me. Richard agrees with me. Zachary asking, we see big game Corey today. I'm assuming you're talking about Corey Seager, and absolutely, this dude.
He's coming into the playoffs locked in, hungry. And that is the best time for Corey to be locked in. Obviously, we didn't win the division.
If he has a Corey Seager postseason, he's going to add about $80 million to his contract.
Well, yeah, he's definitely playing for a contract right now. But you have Corey Seager. If you have him hot, and on top of that, you also have Trey Turner just doing what Trey Turner always does. Come on. If Cody Bellinger can get one hit tonight, I will feel great. And it could be a bloop single. It can be off the hands. It can be a dribbler up the third base line. I don't care what it is, but I'll feel great if Cody gets one hit tonight.
Let's get into that lineup a little bit. I don't have the lineup graphic ready to go, but you guys all kind of know it and love it and whatever. We won.
Wait, before you do that, Don Kim says A-Rod or Zach Hampel.
I think that's a you question.
Oh, boy.
I think you're the one filled with more hate.
I hate them both so much, Don. I hate them both so much. Oh.
See, because again, my thing
we'll come
is,
back. You
know me. It's like, if I can drink with you, that's all I care about.
I can beat Zach Hampel in a fight. I don't think I can beat Royd Rod. He's still got some like roid rage.
Yeah, probably.
Probably take me out.
He's deflating though. Yeah, as they say.
Which is Bill for that.
But into the lineup, the Dodgers listened to us. Their backs were against the wall because of the fallen elbow of Max Muncy. And Matt Beaty gets a damn start in the lineup. And you liked the numbers there. I know this guy over here liked the numbers, and I set him up at the wrong time while he's typing, so I'm just going to say a bunch of words until he's done. And
I'm good. I'm good whenever you are.
Oh,
I'm always good. I'm always ready to go. I'm locked in for justice.
Give everybody the reason to love Matt Beaty against Adam Wainwright.
All right. Well, here's the thing. This is a Matt Beaty podcast, by the way. We used to be a Ross Stripling podcast.
Blue Beaty.
And now he's moved on, and we have moved on to Matt Beaty. The Matt Beaty Power Half Hour is what we're calling it. Matt Beaty against curveballs and sinkers. 267 against curveballs. Very good against curveballs. 321 against sinkers. And those are pretty good numbers, right? You look at those, you're like, that's a real good hitter. That's a guy who's locked in against off-speed
big league
stuff.
Hitter.
You know, we should put that guy in the lineup against the guy who throws curveballs and sinkers. Adam Wainwright. 34% curveballs.
Oh.
28% sinkers. That is 62% of the things that Matt Beaty hits. So he will attack Matt Beaty with fastballs, or should.
If I'm calculating right, you're telling me we have a chance.
We have a chance. Absolutely have a chance. I mean, look, Matt Beaty, we've said this time and time again, he's not going to be the guy that changes your lineup. He's not going to be the guy that absolutely changes the outcome of the game, but he is the best option that's out there right now. And our biggest gripe is that Dave has constantly, time and time again, not gone to the best option, which is Matt Beaty. Now that he's in there, I think he can do a lot of damage. I think he's going to put bat to ball, and that's the biggest thing for us, especially in a wild card game. I think Scherzer even said it yesterday. He's like, these games just have like a weird tendency for the ball to take a hop, for ground balls to not go your way, for bloop singles to just fall in, for double plays to not be turned because of like a slight hesitation or things like that. And that happens in playoff games. It's big. There's pressure. There's a lot of people watching. Everybody knows it. There's a lot on the line in a one-game playoff. With that being said, that's the guy that you want in there. The guy who's going to put the ball in play and not strike out every damn time. Feels like a recipe for a big game from Matt. Feels like that. Again, it might come down to a situation where they pull Waino after 2-3 innings, whatever it might be, and not necessarily because they piled on a ton of runs or anything. Maybe the Dodgers saw a lot of pitches or something like that because they learned from the last time out against them. And then they bring in a lefty, and Matt Beaty is suddenly out of the game. And that probably will happen.
What's the percentage of us seeing Billy McKinney playing in this game?
So here's the thing. If that's the case, I think a left-handed pitcher comes in, they bring in CT, Cody moves in from center to first, and CT goes out to center. So I'm hoping that there's no percentage that Billy McKinney comes into this game. There should be no reason for Billy McKinney to come into this game. I could also see them very randomly pulling Pollock for some reason for Billy McKinney, our best hitter.
That I'm more okay with because that would be under the presumption that we have a decent enough lead. Because you got to say,
we will see.
Pollock probably shouldn't be out there right now with that hamstring still. So let's keep your boy Pollock healthy. Mickey Richardson says, doesn't it seem like Matt Beaty is clutch whenever they need him to be? Absolutely. He just hits. Scott Novak in stream again saying so Matt Beaty hits close to 69% against Wayno's Arsenal.
Nice.
Let's see, Justin Turner. So guys, I would guess it's about the time. We haven't done a post-game show in about a year. Drop your predictions. Let us know. What are your those are the ones pregame. Pick to click. Well, we usually pregame every show.
Called the pick to click.
Yeah, what's your pick to click? Who's going off tonight? Make your decisions in the comments below or to the side or whatever. Or text us. I'll give you Brooks' number. It's 5.
Frank says if Cody Bellinger hits an extra base hit, then he'll delete his account. I think your account's probably safe personally, but, hoping for the best.
But into the lineup, we got Mookie Betts, Corey Seager, Trey Turner, Justin Turner, Will Smith, A.J. Pollock, Matt Beaty, Cody Bellinger, Max Scherzer. Even with Cody Bellinger in that lineup batting 8th, I'm not mad at it. This was probably the best case scenario lineup that we could have had. The only thing that would have been better offensively is maybe putting a still mostly hot Gavin Lux in there. But at the same time, Dave talked about Max Scherzer was a fly ball pitcher, and you need to emphasize outfield defense on that. And let's be real, Gavin Lux just did not get enough time. He did not get enough reps. Every game you saw him play in the outfield, that's about as many as he's played as a professional. Even as a kid, he's always been a middle infielder, never played outfield up until about September 10th. Do you really want that in your do or die game? I do not.
I think Claire had mentioned it earlier. Scherzer's my pick to click, man. He's gonna hit something. He's gonna come up with a big hit today. It's probably not gonna be a dong, but it's gonna be a hit.
I'm wearing it.
You going Mookie?
I got my Mookie Game Over shirt on. Go to gearup.la and buy a Game Over Mookie Betts shirt. It looks like a Nintendo cartridge for us old folks, but I'm going Mookie. I think Mookie does some good damage. I would not be surprised to see a leadoff dong.
Ow. What a way to start. Oh, God, I need that in my life so bad.
That's the big thing. These boys just need that. We need a blank in the first and to put something up in the bottom of the first. That's the only way I think so much of Dodgers Nation will be happy.
I feel like if Max can blank them in the first, I'll feel good. Regardless of whether or not we score. I feel like if he can blank them in the first, I'll feel good about it.
So I got Mookie. You got Scherzer. Kristen over on Facebook's got Seager. Seager's going to get a big hit tonight, or going to hit big tonight. Ray says, hey, dudes, that's not the game we're playing right now. But what's going on?
Ray also said Brooke and Clinton have the most awesomely insane Dodgers playoff show anywhere.
Oh.
Thank you, Ray.
Are we the only one? I think we're the only one on right now.
Well, no one's going on at 3:30 on a MF and Wednesday.
Bet. Craig Osterberg saying Lunch pail.
Lunch pail.
Lux pinch hit. Is that your pick to click? Because I can see that. That was one of the things Dave also talked about, liking that optionality of Lux off the bench. Because I feel better about Lux coming off the bench for a key pinch hit over Matt Beaty. We know Matt.
Plus he's fast.
Yeah, that plays up too. But Matt is not exactly the greatest pinch hitter. It's a hard role, and if like they said on the broadcast over the weekend, you're getting one at bat every 3 games. You're not going to do all that good.
Monica says Brooks Myth hits a home run today.
Oh.
I can't believe I wasn't added to the roster. Wasn't in the organization in September, so I guess it makes sense. I'm not going to hold it back.
I will let you guys know if Brooks Myth hits a home run tonight, because we have potentially 3 softball games to play. Anthony Keene says, I got Mookie and Ginger Jesus and El Pollo Loco and Beaty going off. Can you? I mean, you're just limiting your ability to be right, but if you are right, like, do you get a prize?
You know what a good answer is? Frank says the answer is Will Smith. It's always Will Smith in the playoffs, isn't it?
Doesn't he go off deeper? Remember, this is Dodger Stadium.
It is, however,
Dodger Stadium.
it's still Will Smith.
It's a little warmer today. That helps him. But Dodger Stadium and Will Smith in the evening do not play well.
Very important. Very, very important.
By high-fiving
Bruce
you.
says, no, don't high-five me. Bruce says, Clinton Brook, if the Dodgers win, I'll send 3 cases of free beer. Bruce, holding you to that. We've never had 3 cases before at one time.
Beer. Oh,
He sent Tecate.
Oh.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, I enjoy Tecate.
I'll take any beer, honestly.
Yeah,
I'm not a beer snob.
Don Kim saying Matt Beaty is going to hit and clean up like Mr. Clean. I like where Matt Beaty's at, too, in that 7th spot. That's a good spot for Matty Cakes to be. New Matty Cakes. Bald Matty Cakes.
Bald
Joey
Cakes.
says it's time for Matt Kemp to lead that wall. Hey, you leave Matty alone. Look at him. There's the OG Matty Cakes.
He's been watching.
Yeah, he's the watcher. You do something, I got myself.
Jose says Tio pinch hit home run. I was still very afraid that they were going to put Tio in that lineup. With no disrespect to Albert Pujols whatsoever. However, there's no reason for him to be in there. He probably will pinch hit at some point during the game because they will bring in a left-handed pitcher. And I think, the Cardinals want to face Albert a little bit. I think there's something there to that. Bruce also notes Oregon's finest beer. So we're not getting Tecate. We're getting good beer. Wow.
Albert Pujols hit 180 against right-handed pitching this year. Just saying.
So he should not be in there absolutely against him. I lost my train of thought.
My bad.
The Extra Crispy Colonel. That's a good YouTube name. Says, I'm not feeling great about this game, Doc. I mean, I feel good about it. I feel nervous, but I feel good about it. I don't like the idea that our season could be over tonight. That's the only problem. But I feel good about who we have. I mean, if you have Max Scherzer on the mound in a winner-take-all game, I'm going to take that team 10 times out of 10, especially against, It's weird because you look at Adam Wainwright and you're like, that guy's old as shit. And then you're like, wait, Max is old too. But it's just different.
Hey, 37 is spry and youthful.
Yeah.
Everybody really should, because as fine of a year as Adam Wainwright had, and as well as he pitched against the Dodgers a month ago, this is still a team that is clicking at the right time. This is a team that has Corey Seager and Trey Turner, who are on God mode right now. Trey Turner is hit like 429 off of Waino over his career, and that we're not even mentioning yet Mookie Betts, AJ Pollock, and this is going to pain me because I'm not supposed to do this, but Pollock has been one of the best hitters in baseball for the second half. But he's got a stupid face. Yeah, I saved it. Now he'll still hit.
Breaking.
Matt
Vasgersian is leaving ESPN's Sunday Night booth. They kicked out the wrong guy.
Celebrate good times.
There's just one more we got to take out. One more. There's one guy we got to take out.
Get rid of him. Get rid of Jess Mendoza. Just give it to Melanie Newman. Mel Newman's a beast. Give it to her.
Good call. Mel Newman. Put Alana in there. I don't care. Put somebody else in there, dude. Alana would kill that.
No, but I think they'll keep Buster around. Friend of the show, Buster.
Buster's
only.
good.
Yeah.
Buster's good.
So that would be Alana's role, but we can get
Put Alana in there as a color commentator.
Don't be racist.
That's not what I meant.
I guess that's about it. Anthony Keene says the Blue Heaven magic continues. Do we have magic? We're gonna have some magic.
We usually have bad magic, but I feel like we've been doing okay. I mean, in the mullet era, we were very good in the mullet era. By the way,
we've already gone over what we planned on going because we got a lot of things on the calendar to still do, and etc. What's your final score prediction, guys? That'll be the last thing. Final score predictions. We're gonna bounce.
Final score: Dodgers 6, Cardinals 2. Scherzer shoves, goes 7. Bullpen gives up 2 late in the game. That's it.
Damn, that's a good score. I can't say the same score though.
Come on, you can't say the same score.
Yeah,
you want to say 5-2?
I'm gonna say 7-3. I got more points. We got 5-2. First one up right there. 5-2 was who was it? JL Lopez. We got LA Sports Fan 7-3 Dodgers. Hey.
Ben Dover says I like 6-2. I like 6-9, but
Anthony Keene 6-2 Dodgers win. This is the 6th time these two franchises have matched up. I think it is. Yeah, this will be the 6th. In the previous 5, it is very Cardinals one-sided, as we all know. The Cardinals have a 4-1 advantage. We got them in 2009, but I feel like whatever his first name is, Newt Bar, isn't quite as magical as a Matt Stairs. And we don't have a John Broxton, so we're good.
Oh, thank God. William says 1-0 LA, and I'm pretty sure if that's the case, you guys will have to find another Blue Heaven host because I will not be alive after that.
That would be so damn painful.
I can't handle that anymore, guys.
So damn painful. We got a 7-1 from Oso-tastic. I'm assuming that's what that one is. 5-2 Norma. I think you already got that one. Marco says CT is going to hit a pinch hit homer. Roy 5-2. 8-2 from Jesse with 2 belly bombs. Ooh, if belly starts going off, ooh, that would be fun.
Andres is checking in from YouTube. He says from Ecuador. There you go. Once again, Mr. Worldwide. Thank you, Andres, for being here. We appreciate you.
But that's about it, guys. We hope we are able to do one of these, pre-game shows, pre-game shows on Friday. Because that would be fun as much as,
I'm tired.
Yeah, we're tired. We need a break. Dirk says 1,000-0 Dodgers, so that's good. Stay tuned after the game. Tune in wherever you're watching us right now. Doug McCain will be on the post-game show ready to take all your fire takes and comments and, whatever other things he says. Thank you. In the meantime, guys, find us on DodgersNation.com. We really do appreciate you hanging out with us here on a very sort of impromptu 3:30 in the afternoon on a Wednesday show. But you can find more of your Dodgers at DodgersNation.com. We are a podcast, so go subscribe there. YouTube is another good spot to go. YouTube.com/DodgersNationTV. You'll be glad you did, and we'll probably be doing most of these there through the postseason as things go along, unless we decide to do Instagram because it's easier for us.
Can you believe they had like 400 people cruising along at 3:30 in the afternoon on a Wednesday?
Appreciate
all of you. Thank you guys for being here. I'm at BrookMe3. That's at RealFRG. We are on Twitter and Instagram. We're at Dodger Nation on Twitter and Instagram. Make sure to keep following along with us all season long, all postseason long. We'll be here until the wheels fall off. We appreciate you. Go Dodgers. Please don't let me down. Amen.
Appreciate the Netflix and chill love in the stream too from Leslie, from Anthony.
Let's go.
Appreciate you guys. Okay, bye.